Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, July 17th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 5 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. When it comes to the spiritual guidance, we are working with the Phoenix energy. And the way how the Phoenix energy came out brought me to feeling stagnant about something or choosing to be stagnant about something. When I came to today's day, the first thing that came to mind was I looked at how the moon was in Sagittarius. And I thought about how since Monday, since Monday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, there's been major shadow work, reflective energies, challenging energies for some. And I think about how, with the moon and Sag, I think of going through a challenging phase and to just jump and move on so fast without doing the reflection and understanding what exactly just happened or what happened yesterday. Why did it happen? What did I learn from it? Without doing the proper reflective work, it's like everything that happened in vain. When I say happen, it doesn't even have to be anything major. I remember laying in bed earlier before I got up to go do my walk. And I remember pulling my journal out and, reflecting on some things that came to mind yesterday when I was watching something and questioning certain emotions and the beliefs that I would have had to believe to have these emotions. And I remember questioning and coming to a realization. And then I noticed that something else caught my attention. I was getting ready to drift off to something else. And something within me is like, no, it's not time to move on yet. Stay here and finish the process. So it could be as simple as you working on something within yourself and something comes in and distracts you from that work within yourself. And it's like, no, stay still and finish the process. But within today's energies, it might be really challenging to stay still and finish the process. With the energies in the day adding up and reducing to number 5 vibration, this is where we're so busy, but we're busy doing absolutely nothing. And when it comes to today's energy too, there's this big introspective vibe about it. And there's a part of us that's going over certain things within ourselves, but we don't want to acknowledge that we're going over these things within ourselves, or maybe we don't want to go over these things within ourselves. So then instead we could find ourselves just busy today doing a whole lot of nothing, trying to avoid the truth of whatever it is that we're feeling. So when it comes to today's energy, there's this avoidance of truth. And from avoiding your truth, you'll find that today was one of those days that you left the house with responsibilities and intentions from the night before. But today, none of them happened. In some way, somehow, you've been busy, but nothing happened. And I feel like it's like the shadow, the work that started, say, Monday. And when I say work started, it doesn't have to be literal work starting. It could be something triggered you and got your attention, led you down this deep reflection. And from reflecting and trying to understand this thing, you're so close to having a breakthrough based on your awareness of something that triggered you. And it's like getting distracted and not finishing and just so close to finishing. And when I say so close to finishing, it could mean you pull out your journal. And like I said, you pay attention to what hurt my feelings exactly, or what annoyed me exactly, or what made me feel uncomfortable exactly, and what truth do I have to believe? What truth do I have to believe? Because in order for something to make us feel any type of way, there's some truth to our truth. There's a truth that we hold about that thing that makes it true for us why we feel any type of way. So it's like, say for example, you decide that you're gonna start a podcast, and you started a podcast or whatever, and somebody commented and told you how awful you sound or whatever. And it's like, you've always been insecure of the way you sound, even though there is more people who tell you that they love the way you sound than people who don't. But you've been insecure about it because maybe when you were a kid, your voice, you know how we got to grow into our teeth, we got to grow into certain features. Your voice may have been something that you had to grow into. And because of that, when you were a kid, people tease you for it or something. And you believed that there was something wrong with your voice. So when the person left a nasty comment about your voice, like, it caused you to fall to your knees emotionally because you believe that to be true. Where if you're at a point where you owned your voice and you're like, I love my voice, I appreciate my voice is unique, and you embrace it, you own it, you appreciate it, and you know that no one else shouldn't be able to tell you that anything is wrong with your voice, because who's supposed to decide anything like that? And then for the, when it comes down to like this is how I was born, so how dare I or anybody else like tell me that something's wrong with something about me that is completely out of my control? Like, who does that? So it's like, say if you were in a mindset, in a space where it's like, can nobody tell you anything about you because you've embraced all aspects of you. When that comment is made and when that comment is made, you would have read it and probably laughed to yourself and say, damn, that person is insecure, for the simple fact that they try to make me feel insecure, because people will only try to make you feel how they feel. So, it goes back to the fact that, like, for something to have an impact on you, you have to believe something about it to be true. So, the shadow work or the work that, you were finishing up, maybe it's a matter of journaling and coming to the root of, I had some beliefs and now I'm releasing them. And instead, these are the affirmations that I have to release them type of energy. But something is being avoided that needs to, it's like completing this thing and having a follow through, like completing this thing to move on properly. And I can see how all of that could be thrown away. Like, forget that, because we got the moon in Sag and it's positively aspecting Venus and Leo. So I could see how, like, say for the last 2 days, the energy felt like a rainy day and the sun is out and it's like, screw that, I'm going outside. Like, I need to breathe. Like, for some people, it wasn't even a choice that the energy had you in a headlock. Because, like, say someone is not, doesn't care to be introspective, doesn't care to do shadow work. Like, you enjoy the whole mystical aspect of spirituality and spiritual content and information, because it's like being a kid and consuming Halloween content and things like that. Like, you like the mystery of it, but not really into the shadow work aspects of it. And it's like, for the last 2 days, the energy had you in a headlock by force. And it's like, now the sun is out, screw that, I'm going outside. And it's like, with the Phoenix energy and the way it came out, it's like, just know you're going to deal with it again. Just know it's not over. It's like a to be continued sign put on it. And for me, like, I'd rather deal with it now than for it to resurface. When it comes to the tarot, we have the Page of Cups in the reversal position. And with the Page of Cups in the reversal position and the energies in the day adding up to the number 5 vibration, and this energy coming out the way it did, this together would bring me to avoiding the feelings through escaping. And with this energy here, to me, it could bring me to escaping, where it's like someone struggles with substance abuse or any form of escape. However way someone avoids their responsibility is an escape. And this energy also too brings me to a block in intuition, a block in perceiving one's intuition, a block with tapping into oneself. Because in the upright position, you could tell this person is communicating with the fish. It's like the fish is their spirit animal. The fish is sent to guide them on the path that they're on. And in the reversal position, it's like I can't perceive the guidance that's around me. And because I can't perceive the guidance that's around me, like stagnant, stuck, not transforming, not moving. And I feel like that comes down to, again, wanting to escape and not finish the work that was being done. And that's one thing I realize as I get older, where it's like, you know, the more mature you get, it's like you realize, like, you know, it's pointless to run from your problems. It's pointless to run from your problems because they're only going to chase you down. It's like they're going to keep following you until you turn around and just like, what the hell, like, you know, face it type of vibe. And when I look at this energy also, it reminds me of trading. And trading in the sense that trading has been an interesting journey. And say, for example, I enter the market and I do something that I know that I'm not supposed to, and I'm rewarded for something that I know I'm not supposed to do. It's like being rewarded for something that goes against my system now kind of encourages bad behavior. Not even kind of encourages, it encourages bad behavior. And at some point, the market, like the Grim Reaper, is going to collect. And when it collects, it's going to collect in a way that's so painful. So I've gotten to the point where it's like, when I know I did wrong, like I'd rather get out and take the loss opposed to take a win, knowing that, you know, that's not the way how I'm supposed to go about doing whatever it is that I'm doing. So it's like, let me just take this L now, instead of building up this bad habit, because I did this thing that I know I wasn't supposed to, but I was rewarded. So it's like, I'm going to try to get away with it again, opposed to being consistent. When it comes to today's energy, consistency. It's like the person told themselves they were going to start some kind of a process or start some kind of a thing. And then today it's like fall off energy. Mercury is the ruler of the day, and Mercury is in Leo, and Mercury in Leo is squaring Uranus conjunct Mars in Taurus. So something about communication, not being able to freely communicate and express how, you know, what motivates you, and how do you plan on creating more stability and security for yourself? How do you plan on innovating yourself? And it's like not being able to communicate about it. But I feel like not being able to communicate about it because maybe that's not where the focus is. But on a positive note, when it comes to the energies in today, Moon in Sag is positively aspecting Venus in Leo and Neptune in Pisces. So when I look at the positive aspect being made to the moon, I think of like, you know, wanting to get out, get away, maybe get social and escape. So it's like, let me go to happy hour. Let me go have some drinks. Like, let me go treat myself. And it's like, okay, what are you rewarding yourself for exactly? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we shouldn't reward ourselves, but sometimes we reward ourselves as a form of escaping and not dealing with the matter at hand. And when it comes to today's energy, that might be the thing that feels like what makes sense. But really it's because like in our heads, we're going over repetitive thoughts about certain things, but not wanting to acknowledge those repetitive thoughts about certain things, about where, you know, how we could better off our situation. So instead we escape reality. And you know, just keep in mind, when you escape the reality and come right back, I was saying this about one of the days where it's like, you know, it's like someone deciding to stay up all night and drink opposed to not doing their homework or not doing what it is that they got to do. And it's like, the work is still due, but now you got to do it with a hangover. So it's like, whatever it is that we're running from today, it's not going anywhere. And at some point we have to meet up with it again. And, you know, when we meet up with it again, hopefully we have the energy to to fully handle it, to fully deal with it. With the moon in Sag, you know, today we're nurtured by anything outside of ourselves. Like I said, today's energy, I want to go outside. In the last 2 days, maybe say someone was looking into certain shadow work type things, where today's energy is like, I want to focus on something more light-hearted, something more light-hearted. But the thing that's more light-hearted is really a way of escaping. So big time escape energies today. Like I said, you could leave the house with the intention to get certain things done, and those things don't get done because a feeling of powerlessness might come over a person, and that feeling of powerlessness goes to the fact that you might not be able to see a way out of your situation. And you can't see your way out of your situation if that's the case because you haven't even allowed yourself to fully be honest and see your situation. You guys, it's always such a pleasure sharing these messages with you. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The 5th benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The 6th benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the 7th benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a blue heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.